inviting you to join me each and every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. for Honey Drop here on iLive Radio. Journey with me each week as I spin the latest international sounds in new soul, R&B, hip-hop, and a little taste of everything in between. Every show features independent producers from across the globe in the beats beneath, and the 10 sweetest vibes of the week smooth out the night in the 10 Drop. Honey Drop, each and every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on iLive Radio. Serving up audible treats like honey, always with a heavy beat drop.
Attention à tous les musiciens, groupes, associations, clubs et organisations qui représentent les styles collectifs de musique à travers le Canada. Le moment est venu de reconstruire nos genres de nations musicales collectives comme le hip-hop, le R&B, le jazz, le soul, le reggae, le gospel et plus unis. La Nation de la musique collective est une organisation à but non lucratif engagée dans le développement de la musique collective. Des adhésions gratuites sont disponibles dès maintenant. La Nation de la musique collective, une seule voix, la force dans l'unité.
Core Platinum, an organization where Indigenous and Black business owners can network, promote, and grow their business. Join their ever-growing Core Platinum website and be seen by customers everywhere. Plus, win jobs posted by interested customers. Looking for a reliable contractor or service? Use Core Platinum's platform to find service vendors, submit service requests, earn referral points, and more. Core Platinum. Sign up is free. Sign up now at mycpg.ca. That's mycpg.ca.
Your number one local radio station.
listening to Honey Drop on iLive Radio. You are now listening to Honey Drop on iLive Radio.
Yes. Peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings. Sunday afternoon here in Toronto, 4:08 p.m. Whew. And, sometimes there's some technical stuff that goes on. If you guys were rolling with me right from the top, I know that you feel my pain. But I want to thank you for being here with me for this little segment we call Honey Drop from here, 4 to 6 p.m. on iLive Radio, y'all, iLiveToronto.com. Big shout out to everybody that was locked in last week for the first half of the listening party of the Melodisiac. That is the new release, the new EP by B. Jamel and J Soul. And I can't even lie, we didn't get through it all last week. I know I will absolutely take it on my shoulders that I was thoroughly enthralled with the descriptions and the understanding of the music, the more in-depth understanding of the music, especially through the words of B. Jamel. So yes, we had the blessed opportunity of actually watching sessions not have to fire darts at an album. He gave it the biggest hater in the world. Loved this album. So today I was very adamant that we had to come back and finish this thing off properly. I don't want to rush through nothing. I don't want to rush through any tunes. We're going to take our time and take in this album as it should be, all right? So that's what we're here to do today. B. Jamel and J Soul are going to be tuning in or connecting in with me very, very soon. And once they do, I'm going to take y'all back down this trip through heaven that we began last week, all right? So you have nothing to do but to rock with me, stay with me, and join me for the upcoming part 2 of the Melodisiac listening party. You are locked into iLive Radio, iLiveToronto.com, y'all. My name is Lucia D.
Honey Drop. now listening to Honey Drop on iLive Radio.
Love in the air and in the hills. City on top, sunset evening. That's where you and I were. Your hand in mine, lips intertwined. You made it known you want this, want this. Then I heard the birds sing. I felt the sunshine in my eyelids. Bed sheets under my wrist, it seems.
My seat in my arms. The song give it this photosynthesis drawn. Her painted walls enthralled cause she bore the colors and all. So every brush gives a passionate pause. Tell a dream is a dream. It just seems what I seen. This thing caught in the rim and the goal still out of reach. I just bring what I can, and if that can is a peak, then Mountain Dew is a flavor. My excellent drip is sweet. My hope was discovered in the measures. I know when it's cloudy to be patient. I go like it's already in place. Why so? It's the God of me amazing. Amid summer and winter, requiem for a splinter, hint of irritation poking my temper, glitter, glimmers like a vision I caught a whiff of. Cause alas, it was all a dream, but no big. Yeah.
verse. See, I say I'm in town. You say you want it in the worst way. You probably told your man it was your Miller birthday. Meanwhile, the champagne chillin' the ice. You ready for the freakiest things you done in your life? We breaking down like we road dogs pulling the heist. You make it sound like the vibe got you reaching your height. Prepare for flight. This is your captain. I'm getting strapped in. There's no denying the strength of this attraction, girl. Working with this, you won't be taking a loss. So stop fooling your man and roll with the one who breaking you off. We get started. Baby, don't you worry about nothing, 'cause I'm coming to handle you, no doubt. Whenever you want that thing you need, I got it in the A to please. So I'm coming over to give it to you, baby. We get started, girl. We get started. We come on, break. Come on, to the girl. Start now.
Peace, world. This is J Soul, aka the Black Sinatra, and you're vibing with my girl Lucia D on the Honey Drop on iLive Radio.
Honey Drop.
Before I was your favorite rapper in your top 5, got put on, wrote a song, later saw my stock rise. Fatherless child, worth nothing in my pop's eyes. Daddy didn't care, so why would the cops try? Welfare, spam in a can, eating pot pies, KFC, Popeyes, buckets or the box size, selling food stamps. Babies on the block died, ain't have a chance like an avalanche rock slide. No dentist and doctor we could drop by. Healthcare was Robitussin and peroxide. Just the haves and the have-nots, it was lopside. MSNBC is bias and Fox lie. In the game, people ran base and did not slide. Locked up, gotta keep your head up like a pop fly. In your car, somebody driving, you get shot by. Rather run a light than stop at the stop sign. Interviewers keep asking where the lyrics are. You could look near or far, I'm hotter than the nearest star. Sweat before you hear a bar, never ever fearing y'all. The answers, here they are, valet, prepare to call. A man of wisdom, knowledge, I command the rhythm. Blow your mind before you know it like an aneurysm. Stop your flow like a pulmonary embolism. My mannerisms is vitriol with vandalism. New York corrupt, California out of water. Detroit bankrupt, Texas blocking the borders. Drug transporters driving in Ford Explorers. Positive urine, ignoring the judge's orders. From pregnancy, life expectancy is shorter. Something in the food got the kids growing taller. The rich getting richer, the poor getting poorer. The US dollar and the quarter getting smaller. Radio, you live on air, next caller. Google me, Safari, Internet Explorer. Out in foreign waters in Bora Bora, watching Law and Order. Laying, playing Midnight Marauders. LP is a classic, help me, I was asking. Promoted myself, then they felt me in the masses. Bad hand, they dealt me, now wealthy using plastic. Ratchet, pose and take a selfie at your casket. Zoom in, fish eye, zoom lens, 4K background, looking like the room bends. Property goes up when I move in, business booming, satellite tuned in.
Yes, you are locked into iLive Radio, y'all. iLiveToronto.com. My name is Lucia D, here with you until 6 p.m. for Honey Drop. We got a special part 2 to the Melodisiac listening party coming up very soon. If I can get my technical situation sorted, you know, don't judge me, y'all. Don't judge me. It is how it is. In the meantime, we're gonna groove out, y'all. Track before this one, Wordsworth and J Soul with Satellite, and this one here, Under the Sound of My Voice, is The Cure. Kuroda with Change. And this is an artist that I learned about through J Soul himself. Stay locked with me, y'all. We got a long way to go. You're listening to iLive Radio, iLiveToronto.com.
This is Jamie Sparks, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Hey, this is Jermaine Robbins, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Yo, this is Kiana O'Quinn, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
This is Lavinia J from the UK, and you're listening to iLive Radio.
Attention, all musicians, bands, associations, clubs, and organizations that represent collective styles of music across Canada. Now is the time to rebuild our collective music nation. Genres like hip-hop, R&B, jazz, soul, reggae, gospel, and more united. The Collective Music Nation is a non-profit organization committed to the development of collective music. Free memberships are available now. Collective Music Nation. One voice. Strength in unity.
Canadian Black Entertainment's mission is to create, celebrate, and promote Black artistry. Join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our Instagram for our IG Live with CBE, where we interview artists. Follow us on IG and spread the word. We are here for our artists and are creating a space for them to get the recognition they so deserve. Canadian Black Entertainment, IG Live with CBE, every Wednesday beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you on the gram.
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
The number one hit music station.
All right, y'all, you are locked into iLive Radio, y'all, iLiveToronto.com. My name is Lucia D, here with Honey Drop until 6 p.m. with you. Coming up very shortly, you just got to stay locked with me. I'm going to stay with you. You stay with me as well for the part 2 of the listening party of the Melodisiac. B. Jamel and J Soul going to roll through with me in just a little while. Just a few more tracks we got to get through, but we're going to make sure that we do that, all right? And in the meantime, we're just vibing out. I'm rolling through some joints by J Soul and J Soul, I think, inspired type of vibes, just as I did last week. I actually have a new one by Little Dragon that I want to run by you before we get into the interview. And see how y'all feel about that one. But in the meantime, just keep it locked with me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what? Before I even release you back to the sound, I got to send some major love out. Now, before I came out here today is actually an insane day, just all around nutso day. Before I came here, I went to my partner. Okay, my partner, my soca partner, went to her birthday party all the way out in Bowmanville. And I got to tell you, it was such a beautiful event. So beautiful. This was a total, not even wine. We were having like mimosa and paint party. And she had... I've been saying it wrong for months now, but a charcuterie table layout for each and every one of us. She let, I had to leave early, of course, to be here. She left me with a beautiful bottle of wine, all the treats and snacks I needed for my, my hour-plus drive across town to get over here to be with y'all today. But really, more than anything, I just want to send some major birthday love out to my girl Tracy today. I love you. These past few years have been insane for both of us, but I know definitely for you. And I gotta tell you how thoroughly it makes me get up and keep pushing, to see how you continue to get up and keep pushing, and all them kiddies, them youngins that you have under your hands, in your day-to-day work. They absolutely, there's no way but benefiting from having a soul like you working with them each and every day. So big birthday shout out to my girlfriend Tracy. I love you very, very much. Very much, my girl. All right. Yes. All right. Let's get on with the groove. Right now, this one, Takuya Kuroda. I told you that one. And we're going to get into a remix, a J Soul remix of a Faith Evans joint once again. All right. Stay locked. You're here with me on iLive Radio. This is Honey Drop until 6 p.m. And you know me. It's Lucia D. All right. iLiveToronto.com.
Honey Drop.
You're on point five. Once again, Tip. You're on point five. Once again, Tip. You're on point five. Once again, Tip. My shit is love, simply meaning that my joint is tight. Amping up the mic, making sure production's tight. Sometimes I might catch a severe case of writer's block, but by the end of the day, you'll be on my job. Real name's Malik, my hobby, putting MC to the test. And if you run, I put my foot up in your friggin' chest. Freestyle fanatic, and never will it ever stop. Your crew is his, you might just wanna call the cops. Yo, I gotta put some action on paper. Make sure my verse jump up and spread out like the raper. The only tip I got for a waiter is watch the doorknob hit me where the dirty dog should have bit me. That was my train of thought, but for so long I fought. Now I'm at a level supreme to the devil. So turn up the bass and lay low on the treble. We be the Willie kids and you dead with the shovel. Revitalize, revital tribe, nigga. The ladies sweat the style like the squirrel sweat the nuts. You know what fella's good for the moolah. Don't smoke no rulers. We the men, call me Slick Tip the ruler. Yo, I've been treading on this globe, man, for 25 joints. Sometimes Shaitan got me by the pressure points, but I could break a fella down like sex. You eat wheat checks, but still lighting that and can't flex. If one nigga front, I'ma make more pay. Cause tonight, we getting off like OJ. And yo, I got a dog that bites the barking. Yo, I got a crew with the beats and the smarts in.
I float up on Linden and I 192. Forever writing, ever biting, ain't else to do. Hope in the battle, but most MCs ain't ready yet. But if they utter one word, then it's as good as set. You have MCs dropping bombs, that's incredible. Some other brothers, their styles are just despicable. As for me, see, I just do how I love to do. Try to deny me of my props and I'll be seeing you. Most of you suckers wanna be down for the tag along. The friggin' fame, someone tell them that it ain't games. You got to do this from your heart, meaning your inner soul. And if it's real, only then will you be on a roll. I try to stay on top of my game, there ain't no time to lose. For albums deep as a question, but still we paying dues. So hear me out one time, you got to be yourself. Cause if you ain't yourself, you end up by your friggin' self. I'm coming rugged with the Linda Bully type of slang. And yo, we'll see who can hang. Yo, you're on point, Tip.
You're once again fight.
You're on point, Tip.
You're once again fight.
You're on point, Tip.
You're once again fight. Hey yo, that kid is nice.
Did it to me once again, my friends. So you do it to me every time.
You are now listening to Honey Drop on iLive Radio.
Cause you stay crazy on my mind. Oh, boy, you got it going
You said you never leave me, and like a fool I believed you. The next day you were gone. Came back like a rolling stone, singing that same old crazy song. And just like that, you're home. I won't be your old plaything. You can step off with your plaything. Ain't got time for games, get gone. I see I've got to teach you. That's the only way to reach you. Must have forgot that I'm grown. So move on, Mr. Mister. You gotta move on, Mr. Need to know I am so for you. Move on, Mr. Mister. You gotta move on, Mr. Mister. Need to know I'm over you. by with your good looks and smile so sweet. That walk of yours could melt the sun, but you done walked up on the one who will knock you down to your knees. Get on down, baby, get on down. I won't be your old plaything. You can step off with your plaything. Ain't got time for games, get going. Get gone, baby, get gone. I see I've got to teach you. That's the only way to reach you. Must have forgot that I'm grown. So move on. Hey, you gotta move on, mister. Need to know baby, I am over you. Move on, you gotta move on, mister. Need to know baby, I'm wait, let me shut this down. Had the softer side of me, and then you wanna sleep around. Never a nag, no a question. Like where the you been? Let me make a confession. He's all that I need. I'm so over you. You never kept it real with me, therefore I'm leaving you. Hating your energy. Move on, boo boo. On top of that, he got that good.
Honey drop.
I see it. You see it too? Yeah. Baby, I know you're feeling apprehensive about this. This love thing can be so expensive. But you've got to hang in from the start, girl. Cause only time can mend a broken heart. Baby, no need to worry. Baby, I'll take my time. Honey, show me your heart. And I'll show you mine. Tell me just what you like. And I'll try to make it better for you, girl. Cause I know it when I see it. Ooh, girl, you should know. You should know. Potential, baby, yeah. Girl, you should know you got potential, baby. Potential, baby.
When I look at you, I see a queen. I see a thing that needs to be beside me through everything I do. And you, oh, you define what comes to mind when I think of what I've been dreaming all the time. No need to worry, I'll take my time. You show me your heart, and I'll show you mine. Just what you like, girl. I'll try to make it better for you, girl. Cause I know it when I see it. Girl, you should know. You know, you got potential, baby. Oh, baby girl. I know, you know, you got potential, baby.
Peace world, this is J Soul, aka the Black Sinatra, and you're vibing with my girl Lucia D on the Honey Drop on iLive Radio.
It's got a real jazzy flavor, sort of wakes you up in the morning. It's really good. Oh, I'd buy this. Yes, I'd definitely buy this. I like it.
Yeah, vibration. energy is like Omar and Sinai Lathan. I wanna court you, sip libations. Do the homage moon to have the illest conversation. Cover soul ties, compatible constellations. Scripture and picture, building a fly nation. Abram of Sarah, Conda, diaspora. Captivate my soul as we zone up the here and after. And after we focus on existing. My hope, if there is a plot, then we gon' twist it. Break the rules, making it cool with the assistance. The highest intervention, divinity is the centerpiece of our energy. Lend me your ear, I give a shoulder. Two is a pair, what mama told you. Talks of a beer and our culture. Plus what I'm staring at is ultra. Two-stepping in Steveland, a lovely evening. Planting seeds in the universe and they're receiving. Everything is clear in the air for us to breathe in. I'm sleeping, need a phone number for me to key in.
You bless your fingers to mine. We ride with something so high. You know what I'm thinking. Oh, we're in our names in the sky. A rhapsody floating down. A river resource my father. We together make it real. We pray and feed the Lord. We say our dreams so they are. Under the trees over stars. Ain't no need for tweaking. People really feel with resume. They never seen it like I have. The healer of us is real.
Yes. Whew. Peace, world. That is my best J Soul. That's the best I got for today, y'all. All right, you are locked into iLive Radio, iLiveToronto.com, and my name is Lucia D. Y'all know who I am. I think, but more importantly is who I have back with me this week. I have B. Jamel and J Soul revisiting us so that we can do this thing properly. Welcome to the listening party, y'all. Don't laugh.
Thank you for having us back like we never left.
I'm telling you, it's so nice. We gotta do it twice. That's how they say it, right? Oh man. So first of all, I want to thank you guys for coming back through with me here again this week. Last week, I take it square on my shoulders. I thoroughly was engulfed and enthralled, and time meant nothing. Time meant absolutely nothing. But I absolutely, the album itself, there's no way that we could not get through it properly. For my understanding, for Mr. Soul, I'm going to kick you to the curb for a second because, me and you talk. But, to have, I'm dashing you away for today. But the understanding and the insight that I was receiving from B. Jamel last week kind of shot this thing into another stratosphere for me, because I was thoroughly excited about the fact that the things I was feeling listening to the music is the intention that it was. So, for that, I'm very thankful to have had that time, and I'm thoroughly excited to have that same sort of insight about what we have left. So thank you guys for coming back.
Absolutely. Thank you for inviting us back.
Absolutely. So last week when we had Major Hater,
you said it, we didn't.
Last last week when we had Major Hater around, this is sort of the area when we got to really love was the place where I definitely felt his eyes on the back of my neck and things started to speed up for me. And then listening back, I know that Jay, Mr. Soul, I'm about to mess y'all up with governments again. But I know that, I had your perspective on that song. And this track in particular was the first release off of the album. And I didn't get your perspective on this particular song. And I would like to start there, if that's good.
I Really Love, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Are you playing it first or am I talking?
We actually played it. I played it and led into you all. So that was the segue into your beautiful voices.
Oh, well, thank you. So Really Love for me, from the writing perspective, really was sort of more led by Jamil Honesty. Shout out to Jamil.
Right.
Who just, you heard it, it just really painted a picture of this beautiful sort of, this synergy, this connection, this black man, this black woman, this, really elevated, heightened sort of connection, sort of this ethereal, divine thing. I saw a picture clearly and I just wanted to sort of piggyback off of that and it just, give it more color, give it more shape rather than, I didn't want to deviate from it at all. I thought it was perfect. It fit the tone of what Jay had made in terms of the beat and all. I thought it was perfect. I knew it was going to be just the sweetest thing.
Yeah.
And it was. I feel like it came together really, really well. I like that one a lot.
Definitely
and it's groovy.
That track, when I hear it, you know what? The visuals that pop into my head, it almost reels me back to like high school where, this guy is giving you this talk and, almost like you're snapping as he's, you're looking at each other and walking around each other and you got this snap going on, but it's a whole vibe between the two. That's what I was feeling, that old school. Yeah, that young, exciting, really love type love.
Amazing dance.
Yeah, I dig that. Did you feel that too, Mr. Soul?
Hey, I'm just here letting you ladies reminisce and talk it out. Yeah.
You remember kicking your game to the ladies?
Hey, Jamel laid it down. I think he did do a really good job with that. And, I just wanted to create something cool behind it to make sure that it complimented, what they were doing. So I think it worked out, for all intended, for no pun intended, but I think it worked out really well.
Yeah, definitely.
Really Love worked out really well.
And you've worked with him in the past. I know that. When you created this track, was his voice in your head when this came about?
Yeah, actually, because I was thinking of just different MCs that I've worked with that kind of can go there. And he was one of the MCs that I thought could go there, and also just kind of bringing him into the fold with just this sound was something that I wanted to do. And because right after we finished this Melodesiac run, I'm gonna be working on an EP with him, so Beautiful. It was just a nice way to introduce people to him in that way.
Mm-hmm. That's what I want to hear, Mr. Soul. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Okay, so this next one that we have, a bit of a interlude. I guess this is where you sort of go off. You go off on this one. Check Who. Tell me a little bit about what's behind this joint.
When we thought about doing the project, we were talking about it. I just really wanted to create something different, something that people just really haven't heard before. And so, when I was chopping the drums and stuff, it just kind of started sounding like, I had a band at one point. I did sing at one point.
Yes.
And I did shows and things of that sort. And
you still do that.
Yeah. Anyway.
You got to join in the 10 drop if they're singing and crooning. So you still got it. Most definitely.
Yeah, but when we were getting ready for the gig and we were doing sound check, a lot of the times that my drummer would tune his drums up that way. He would tune his drums playing the toms at different sequences, and to have fun, we would make music off of him warming up and tuning his drums. So I just thought it'd be really cool to put that into an album and see what happens. You know what I mean? And I gave it to B. Jamal, not even expecting her really to put any vocals on it. And she did, and it just kind of worked really well. So I was just like, we're going to keep it, you know what I mean? It'd be something different and funky.
Yeah, I dig it. So we're going to check this out. This is Check Who, off of the latest and the first, I'm going to say first of many because y'all are not allowed to stop now. Yeah. This joint, Check Who, J Soul and B Jamel here on Honey Drop, y'all.
What was it that you were listening to in music today that made you say, I gotta put some more stuff out there?
Mainly I sensed a great deal of negativity and entropy.
Yes, this one, Who? This is Check Who off of the Melodisiac. Now, this is my question for you, B. Jamel. When you have, now this vibe here is, to me, what J Soul was calling Afro-electric soul. That's that vibe that I get from this one. What were you feeling when you took in that vibe and laid, these subtly beautiful vocals on top of that?
For me, it's conjure. I think of sort of the way I approach music is as a vessel, as a conduit of sorts, not necessarily, all me and you're taking credit for everything. Like I'm just this brilliant being who comes up with stuff. Sometimes I'm just open. Yeah. I'm only a portal of sorts. And this particular piece of music just was that. It was real tribal. It was very, no words, you know what I mean? No structure really, but it still communicated something. It still has a tone and a depth to it. So for me, it was just get in on that, find your place within that, speak to it, hear it, and I think it came together nicely.
Absolutely.
Sort of no words, just all vibes.
Yeah, there's a conjuring in that vibe. You feel like something is being brewed and be created for you, to sort
Absolutely.
of, move on. Definitely dig that. All right, this next one here, Acceptance. Now, these two, Acceptance and then Blissfully Undone, struck me, like truly struck me, vocally and just sound-wise, sonically. There's something beautiful about them both. So I am thoroughly excited to sort of hear what's behind this next one we're going to run, Acceptance.
You want me to talk about it? Oh, okay.
Yes, please.
I thought you were about to say it.
Yes,
Sorry.
I didn't mean to leave you hanging, Alicia. I'm sorry. Well, with Acceptance, like I said before, when putting the record together, trying to think of different ways to communicate funk and soul and jazz all in one and be true to myself. That's kind of like what went behind it. It's a lot of little different nuances in the track that if you're not listening, you may not hear at first, but with listening to it over and over again, you'll start to hear, little different things that weren't there before that you didn't notice. And also with, I think with Blissfully Undone, I had an agenda with that one because I wanted to make sure that we had a message at the end of the record, which meant that as artists, we have to be willing to be different, but also be open, because you can't be different if you're not open. And also leaving it all on the floor, so to speak, leaving it all on the stage, leaving it all in the work. Those were the words of the late, great Roy Hargrove that are on the track. He talks about putting it all in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just don't halfway do it. Don't half step. You know what I mean? Just come all the way with it. Because you just never know. I mean, unfortunately he passed. You just never know what the future holds for you. So don't hold back. And that was the message that I wanted to relay. And then of course, when, B. Jamel got to it, she added her extra layers to both of those tracks.
Absolutely. You know what? That's something actually I wanted to ask you about. And that was there are these snippets and these clips, these pieces of commentary that are laid throughout this album. And, You know, it's so much more than just sound for being, just a voice for being there. Each one of these little segments has like a zinger. I'm gonna call it a zinger, but it has like something that makes you stop and say, well, damn, that was a little bit profound, you know? What's the question I want to ask you? Where do you find that? Like, are you just watching television and you're like, damn, that was real profound. Let me write down who said that. Like, how does that, because there were so many striking pieces to me, you know what I mean? What is that? Where is that?
It just comes from like digging, really. And a lot of times when I'm making beats and stuff like that, I dig for certain things and sounds, and I come across really dope, you know, excerpts and little dope sayings and little dope, you know, like even I have like a comedy kind of bit at the end of Acceptance with George Wallace, who weirdly he went viral like right before the record came out. And I was like, oh, okay,
perfect
maybe
timing.
it was meant to be.
Yeah.
But he was talking about just like dating and what's expected from each other, and then oddly enough, you know, that's what B. Jamal was talking about,
Right.
you know, man, woman dynamic, and who's owed what and who just does more for who, and so it worked out really well, you know what I mean? But I just find them and then I tuck them away, and I have a big folder just full of that kind of stuff.
Wow.
And when it's appropriate, then I'll pick what I need and I'll put it in there.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. They were striking me, and sometimes I was like, damn, where's brother get all these clips from? Where's all this coming from? So
can't reveal my secrets.
You know, I'm gonna get it from you. I'm gonna get it from you somehow. And for you, B. Jamal, the theme of this song, very poignant, and I think very important, especially right now. Tell me where that came from for you.
So which song are we talking about?
Acceptance.
Acceptance.
Yes.
Acceptance for me, I had pieces of sort of the lyrics that are in that song. I had pieces of it sort of already constructed as a part of a poem that I wrote some time ago. Just doing self-reflection, coming to terms with myself and my imperfections or perceived imperfections, and like Jason was pointing at a second ago, just sort of relationship dynamics and how you walk away from things or left or whatever the case is, and you have to sit with yourself like, was it me? What's wrong with me?
Right.
Or maybe I'm not this enough or that enough, or maybe I'm too this or too that, and really having to sit and reckon and with yourself and how you're showing up in the world, and if the way you're intending to be is how you actually are to people, you know. You don't really get to govern how you're received by people and whether or not you're valued and all. So you really have the work to do of deciding your own value, and deciding what you require and based on what and all that. So this song was for me really just sitting in that and naming all of my flaws and you calling them out. Yeah, you know, eyes that lie, glistening with the false sheen of 2-rep stone and grotesque silhouette, edge and bone. I've always said that about myself because I always wished I had a more of a soft girl next door appearance. I look like a witch a little bit.
Wow.
And I love that about myself now. Like,
yes.
No, I'm not saying that it's not taking myself down at all. I love that about myself. I wouldn't change it for the world, but I didn't always. So this was like coming from a place of sitting with those things and coming to terms and really looking at myself and saying, you know what? You're all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it really was just walking through that lyrically, like just giving language to that, and at the end arriving at, you know, you're pretty charming.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one
I
here.
would also like to say that she added 2 words together that I've never heard put together in a song, which was a grotesque silhouette. It's no real like reason why. I'm just really excited about those 2 words. I just never heard it before, so I was like, "Yes, we just
I love it."
Never done. Who puts that in a song?" Like, you know what I mean?
This song in particular, I can definitely say, you know, you said you wrote it for yourself, but you wrote it for us. Yeah, because you could easily call this song Lucia, and you know, and I totally, I can 1000%. Understand and relate to the emotions going through this song because I find myself seated right in it, you know? So yeah, we gotta check this one out. And for those of you that are in this place in life where you're getting a little bit more introspective about yourself and really giving yourself a hard look and a hard accepting look, let these two come and bang your head off your shoulders for a second, all right? This one here is Acceptance off of the Melodisiac, the brand new EP by J Soul and B Jamel.
Listening with the false feel to rhinestone, grotesque silhouettes, heights to fly, fluid, jagged and flowing. No favor, no gumption or neatness. Bread or home. Ragged with fear, curse to concern, to rattle to hear, too cautious to learn. Fortuna find near, I got to discern. Never so near as to feel fire burn. Oh, rouse somehow, rooting all that began. To suffer meekness, be charmed unknown. This is like the shit I think about. Like, I really, we go back and forth with this man, woman, and who's worse off and who's worse for each other and to each other. And it's exhausting. Like, I can't tell anymore. I think we're all insufferable. Yeah, you too. You too. And me. Mostly you, though.
How you doing? Doing okay? You had a good time so far? Okay, I'm gonna put a stop to that. Yes, I went to Bloomingdale's and I bought some underwear for $9. That's right, I paid $9 for some drawers. Can you imagine going home with your girlfriend and she wants to make love? You want me to take these off? No, baby, we got to do something else. I paid $9 for these. I only paid $5 for you.
So rude. Acceptance. I love that joint. Like, definitely thoroughly speaks to me in so many ways. Yes, Lord. and you know, Jamal, I mean, J Soul, did you find yourself because you know what? I feel the EP honestly was igniting feminine parts of me, if I can say it like that. Like I tend to I work very hard and I'm constantly, you know, stomping, go. But there is an energy to this that honestly made me sit back and just feel very enjoyed the femaleness that I was feeling with everything that I was feeling listening to this album. So you, Mr. Soul, did you feel that? Like, did you recognize that you were like there was sort of a brewing going on within the pairing of the words and the sounds?
I think I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if I knew. I just basically went off what I felt, you know. And I think as far as just that energy that comes to the project, I think that Jamel kind of added that extra energy to it to make it maybe feel that way. You know, she's the star. She's the star. I'm just the guy who created the canvas for her to work on. You know what I mean? But I think she brings all of that energy to it, and I just did my best to compliment it. Really.
Wow.
You know.
I love for you, B, how you you phrase it, that you are the vessel. You know what I mean? Like, this is sort of something that's given to you, and you are drawing from that and then manifesting through that. I think that's such a beautiful kind of way to go at music, right? Art.
Thank you. Try to humble myself to it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. You know, sometimes you hear, especially nowadays, like you hear people. There's so much music that is being kind of pumped out there, and a lot of it, there's an authenticity in what is being put out there. I think that is missed, especially, you know, for someone with some years on them like me, and maybe you guys, maybe. You know, there's an authenticity in what you are saying and the music itself that a lot of times in today's music culture that is missing. Like, there's this cookie cutter sound that you're getting, and that's not here. And I think that's why I take to it so much. It's just again digging into the brain of you, Mr. Soul, that's just on this completely other beaten path. Like, you're in outer space, dude.
Thank you. You know, you know, when I first started making production, you know, everybody got to have their own little production name or whatever, or label, like their little fake label that they, you know, putting out stuff on. But mine was BSMP, and it actually stood for Bohemian Spaceship Music.
Shut up.
Really?
Did it really?
Yes, it did. It stood for Bohemian Spaceship Music. So people don't know that that's what BSM stands for.
Nailed it.
Oh man, it's so fitting though. It's so fitting.
That's exactly what it means. That's my label, Bohemian Spaceship Music.
I love it. We're gonna go back to that. We're gonna revert back. That's what it is from now on. No Black Soul.
Yeah, Bohemian Spaceship Music.
Black Sinatra, none of that. Nothing. It's the Bohemian spaceships. Yes. Okay, so this one here, Blissfully Undone, is another blissfully beautiful pairing with you guys. Tell me about it. Yeah.
So, from my perspective, it's sort of, how do you say? It's sort of ironic that the clip he chose talks about, you know, giving it your all, you know, really getting in there and leaving it all on the floor. But the way I approach it lyrically is sort of the hard counter to that, which is the reminder to, in doing so, it is important to take your time, don't rush. And sort of speaking of what you were saying a moment ago, Lucia, with sort of just the state of the industry where people are rushing to produce, rushing to stay at the fore, stay in people's mind and say, but at the expense of having anything to say for real. Like, people aren't taking the time to wait.
Yes.
To wait on inspiration or endure any experience. And then even if they do have an experience, they don't wait for the epiphany that comes after experience.
Right.
So it's very fragmented, incomplete thoughts, if there's thought at all. And a lot of what's being put out. So the song is just a reminder to, it's okay to you know, sit around or two out, you know, enjoy some reprieve, collect experiences, lick your own wounds, like, and just sit down for a minute.
Sit your ass down.
Right. It's okay. The world will forgive you. It's gonna keep on spinning, you know.
Yes.
So it's just a reminder to, you know, take time to fortify yourself. Be well before anything else, before you produce anything. Another thing, take time to make sure you're not attempting to pour from an empty vessel. Fill yourself up. It's okay.
This is another one. This can also be called, let's call this Lucia 2.0. Like, this is another one.
It's all of us, really. Like, it's a
telling you.
reminder to myself as well. So, yeah, because I tend to be a grinder also. So.
Yeah. Like, I felt exposed. Acceptance and this one here, Blissfully Undone. I felt exposed. And I just had to look around at myself because no one was around me and just say, damn. And I think also feeling like you're not the only person in that space is a beautiful thing.
Exactly. And then it does take a certain amount of it's vulnerable. I hate using that word because it's so cliche now. It's one of those high vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
No, really. I mean it literally. Like, it's hard to be vulnerable that way, especially in a way that's going to be immortalized. I'm putting it on tape for everyone to listen to forever and ever. But the comfort I get is on the back end from people like yourself saying, me too. Like, that's how I feel too. Like, I'm not the only one over here feeling like I'm getting this all wrong.
Yeah. You exposed us. You exposed us.
Yes, we
together, right? Together. So let's check this one out. This is Blissfully Undone. Second to last track off of this beautiful EP by J Soul and B Jamel, The Melodisiac. Let's check this one out, y'all. You're listening to iLive Radio.
Have to be thoughtful as musicians, as a community. We have to go and look because it's there. The DNA that creates is still there. It just has to be cultivated.
You just have to put all in. You can't just put a little bit. You got to put it all in there.
Yes, that track there, that is off of the latest release by J Soul and B Jamel, The Melodiesiac, Blissfully Undone.
Yes.
Such a perfect description of a sister. Tell ya.
You just feeling that in your soul.
1000%. Listen, I've had moments since this has been released, and I take it in. I like to listen to it from just different angles, in the headphones, in my ear pods, definitely in the truck, on the booming speakers in the living room, on the big speakers in the other, in the little den. To hear, just as you were saying, there are sounds and things that you definitely catch in different ways, depending on how you're listening to it, And I found myself, when I'm in the bathroom, I try to let out my inner B Jamel, and it's just...
Sing, Lucia.
Oh, you didn't know Lucia could sing, actually.
No,
I was shocked.
I cannot.
I was shocked to find out that Lucia actually can sing.
Nah, bruh. I can't be Jamela at the top.
Oh, no, don't try to hide now. Don't try to hide now.
I can't be Jamela. I get in the shower. I have all the nice things, the scents around me, and I try to run a B Jamela. I'm like,
right in the background.
I'm telling you, that nice little echo it gives me back makes me think I'm doing something. But yeah, man, the beauty in the voice is just not there for me. It's different.
The J Soul Lucia D EP coming soon.
Don't play with my emotions.
We call it Honey Soul. We're gonna call it Honey Soul. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm ready. When you're ready, I'm ready, brother. I'm always ready. But it just makes me feel away. It makes me think I can do things I'm not sure that I can actually do. Now this last joint. First of all, I'm going to ask one of you guys to pronounce it for me because I know I want to say it like I'm Italian. And
that is exactly what it is, Bonaducci.
Is it?
Yes, it's Bonaducci.
I'm looking at him like, I think that this is Italian. I think that's
Italian.
See that?
Yeah.
I'm smarter than the average bear sometimes, I tell you.
There you go.
Yeah, man. So tell me about this one, because this one sends us off on our way, rounds out the vibe, and I totally feel you just kind of going off on this one.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it really was. You know what I mean? I just felt like it was musically. I just wanted to leave on a good note, a good impression, leave a good impression. You know what I mean? And kind of, I always do this on all of my projects, all my records. I call it landing the plane. So, in the beginning, we take off and you're enjoying the flight during the whole album. And then we land the plane on the last track. So every time I do a record, the last track on the record is always, it's got like a kind of a final destination feel to it. You know what I mean? Like we've reached the end of this journey. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much all it really was.
I'm not going to play it yet though, because I still want to ask you guys some more stuff. I'm not gonna play it yet. So one of the beautiful things, I think I'm always buzzing in your ear when I know you have something coming. I'm like, when are you letting it go? When you releasing it? Release it, Jamal.
You are the worst.
Come on. Everywhere I see him put up a meme or a joke, but do you have the album ready yet? You got the music ready, son? So for me, I'm so thoroughly excited to have seen this now launch, and then it's kind of simmered it's been a few days now that it's out here simmering. And the one thing that I think is a beautiful thing is that it's absolutely getting its flowers, on all sides. Like I haven't heard from anybody. We even had major hater, and there was there was nothing from now on? Forever major hater. But how does that feel? Because I know this is your art. You guys are putting yourselves out there in this form, in this very exposed way, to be really honest. Because I feel that there's a lot of internal work that came out through this album. How does it feel to be sitting here now and realize, what? All of that, the time that we took, the patience that we had with it, this is what it feels like. What is that like right now? And I know these are going to be two different answers because I know these personalities are strikingly different.
Yeah.
I can hear Beach like, yeah, it's a lot.
Go ahead. I'll go ladies first. Ladies first. I'll let B. Jamal answer first.
So how does it feel? So for me, whether it's tons and tons of flowers or tons of tomatoes, I try not to internalize it too deeply because I don't want it to become an impediment to me doing what I need to do in the future. Like I don't want to ever begin to believe my own press clippings, and then go too easy on the next project, or just not second guess myself at all, or move without intention.
Yes,
I like to stay grounded in a particular sort of energy when it comes to creating anything that I'm going to distribute for mass consumption. For me, music is the easiest way to bypass the gates of consciousness, like conscious, being deliberate about receiving a message. So there's a certain responsibility to me in what you put to music. What are you putting to music? Because as you can see, you got people who put on, make it clap, just shake this and do this to me and that to me. And like, there's a lot of messages being put to music that are very easily being played directly into people's consciousness. And for me, it's something I always want to be responsible in doing. So it's not a thing for acclaim for me. It's nice. It's nice to know that it resonates. And I'm hoping that it actually resonates with people. It's not just this is danceable. I like this, or, oh, she has a pretty voice. I really want it to be something that people, like you say, I feel like, wait a minute, I feel.
Yeah, I feel a way. Like
why
are you talking about me right now?
Right. I want it to be.
Why you putting my business out there?
Conversation.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's lovely to know it resonates, and that is in itself gives me to keep going, to keep being vulnerable and digging into hard spaces and showing myself.
Yes,
it's nice. It is nice, but it's not my driving force. If
I love that.
That's the thought at the end of that for me.
And I think that comes out. Yeah.
Bring it on,
right, bring it on,
bring it all on, baby. Yeah, shower me with gifts.
See me, love me.
Shower me with awards. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
Get that man his flowers.
You know what I'm saying? Sexual chocolate.
Exactly. Such chocolate. You know what I mean? Are you not entertained? You know what I mean?
But God.
No, really, I think for me, it's just more or less. I learned a lot during this experience. You know what I mean? So just the things that Jamel was talking about, just being patient, being intentional. I have a habit of overworking, and sometimes I don't take a step back. You know what I mean?
Virgo.
No, it's your season. Hey.
So you know what I mean. I was forced to kind of, working with Jamel was a work of patience, because she doesn't rush. She's not gonna rush. So it forced me to be patient and sit back, and then it made me examine my own approach to music and my own approach to like mixing records and being very detailed. And so I did that. So when people started to kind of, I guess the reviews started coming in or whatever the case may be, it's only been a week. So we got a lot of work to do as far as getting more people to hear it. But the initial response was very gratifying because it felt like what we were trying to put out actually got received the way we wanted it to. You know what I mean? Like for once, you know what I mean? Like if it got received the way we wanted it to. So I was like, well, then I learned my lesson. So from now on, I'm just going to take my time and be very super detailed and intentional about everything I do. And unfortunately, that means you won't get a record from me for another 13 years.
No.
Here we go. Here we go.
But, you can blame Jamel for that.
You just throw her to the bus.
Nah, I'm just kidding. No, but I was definitely happy about it. I mean, obviously, when you put your work out there, you put it out there for people to consume and enjoy and learn from and be better from. But you also get the same back. So that's what I got.
Have you heard anything that shocked you?
I did actually. Somebody said that it reminded them of like the East Coast version of
J. Davy. Yes, that was last week. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, wow, like that's a high compliment because I really didn't think of us that way.
Yes.
And I don't know if other people do or not, but it was really cool to be compared to somebody like that.
I totally got it. That was Ralph Dixon last week.
Yeah, Ralph.
He was rolling
guy
through with
Ralph.
us. And when he said it, Jason and I, or Sessions and I, read it, and we're like, you know what? That's exactly what it is. Yeah, it's 1,000%. I feel that.
Yeah, so it's really cool to get that back.
You know, it's one of my favorites. I'm not biased though. I'm not biased. All right, so I'm gonna run this last joint off of the Melodisiac, latest release, brand new EP by J Soul and B Jamel. This joint is available right now on Bandcamp.
Yes,
Not
Bandcamp.
yet on the other platforms as yet.
Well, as of Friday, this past Friday, it is now up on all streaming platforms. But more importantly, we just want to let the people out there know, if you really want to impact artists personally and like on a personal level, the best way to support their music and their artists through Bandcamp. It's the most artist friendly website on the web, really, because we really get to see a much higher percentage of what's being spent versus getting, fractions of a penny off of a stream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I definitely
we get a direct impact from that.
Yeah, myself, I know even myself, when I'm going and I'm digging for music, and I am very particular. Like, I mean, you can pull your music from any damn where, but if I run that and I like it, I'm gonna go to Bandcamp and see if I can find it. And I'm gonna pay for it because I know that that money that I'm gonna put up is going right to you. You know, it's not like I'm gonna pay $10 for an album and then you're getting with 25 cents off that thing, 17 cents off of it, and then who knows who is getting the rest of that money, right? So Bandcamp, I absolutely, I think it. When you look at those percentages for those streams, I find it artistically abusive, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, what is that? How in the world can you quantify someone's music in that way where they're not getting what they should for what they've created, you know?
And we appreciate the streams. Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the streams. You know what I mean? Like, we consume it that way too. You know what I mean? But if you've moved, if the heart moves, if the music moves you to the point where you say, well, I want to support them in some way, the best way to do it is on Bandcamp.
Yeah. I'm telling y'all, go to Bandcamp. Get
so
these people they coin.
jsoulmusic.bandcamp.com. That's where you can find the record.
Yes. I'm going to get all your particulars when we come back on the other side of this one. So let's take a listen to this last joint off of the EP, Bonaduce. We're going to check out this one and come back with B. Jamel and J Soul.
This is number 11. Stand erect with your feet apart, elbows bent at your sides, palms up. Now, stretch your arms forward while turning your thumbs inward and down, and with the back of your hands together. Then, back to starting position. Forward, back, forward, back, back, back.
Bonaduce.
Gotta put your finger up and go, Bonaduce.
Bonaduce. Yes, Lord. Yeah, Bonaduce. It's the only way to do it. Only way to do it. Yes,
forget about it.
Forget about it. Forget about it. I gotta work on my New Jersey, Philly, New York / Italian accent.
There you go.
Yeah, my sopranos. I got to get my sopranos on a little tighter.
Get your sopranos on. You know?
Yes, Lord. So yeah, that was it between last week and this week. You know, I'm thoroughly thankful to both of y'all for coming and allowing me to dig into your minds a little bit and share this piece of art. You know, this piece of art. I'm a very feely person with my music. I like to feel something from it. You know, give me something. Let my mind, my spirit, my soul, let it chomp on something. And you know, for you, Mr. Soul, my mind just wants to call you by your government. It's so hard for me.
Do it. He got me last week.
I'm struggling. Like every time I'm coming to it, I'm like struggling. You know. But I find, like, you know, as an artist, your music does that for me, especially these latest, you know, levels, Neutronic Suite. They kind of slap me a particular way, right? And the one thing that I always was conscious of was that there is the uniqueness within what you are creating, the sounds you're creating. There is a voice out there that naturally understands it. Right? And when I hear this album, The Melodisiac, for me, that is I'm like, oh my God, that's the voice that understands what his brain is doing, you know? And it's such a beautiful pairing between the two of y'all. So I hope to goodness. And, you know, Jamal, you know already, I will. You know, I'll come for you, you know? I'm thoroughly looking forward to however long it takes, because I think the patience and the time, it means so much, but I can't wait to hear what you guys create moving forward. I'm still taking this into my system, but I'm thoroughly excited to see what you guys create in the future. Truly, it's a beautiful, beautiful album.
Well, thank you. And you won't have to wait. Hopefully you won't have to wait that long. We've already started working on another project.
You gonna say that?
At least I have. I don't know if she knows.
Next year I'm gonna be begging Jamal.
Yeah.
You'll be the first to know, Lucia.
Thank you. See, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, Lucia, you're gonna get all the exclusives. Lucia get all the exclusives.
I like that. And don't give it to Sessions, just me. Don't give it to him. Just give it to
I don't think you have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah. Don't give him no more exclusives. Damn it. I like that feeling, you know? I like the feeling when I have it. You know, I have my computer under my arm and I know I got joints that he don't have. I love it.
We know how that happened. We know how that worked out last time.
I know. Such a hater. Yeah, so, you know, tell me, the one thing I do have a question about, because I think I might even, you know, try to be ignorant and try to force it, but do you guys have any intention to create this in a live format or go live with it at all?
Never say never. That's what I'll say to that.
Okay. Toronto's waiting. Toronto's waiting. You've given me an open door, you know, with which a foot can get pushed into. Yeah, I like that. I'll take that.
Yeah, some iteration of a live performance. We are in a time where, you know, you're able to give digital renderings of things, and that sort of works out, of streams, and so we talk about it.
Okay, I'm holding you to that. I'm not talking to Jamal no more. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Bianca.
Why? Just call me.
Got her.
I got you.
I mean, they already know. You didn't put my whole name out there last week.
Oh man. All right, tell the people how to connect with you guys, find the music, stream it, buy it, give all that info.
So as J Soul said, for this project, it is docked over on his Bandcamp, which is jsoulmusic.bandcamp.com, and that's the preference for finding this project, because it is really hand to hand in terms of what you give is what we get kind of thing. And it is more immediate. We much appreciate that, because making albums costs money.
No doubt.
But for purposes of my individual stuff, I do have a Bandcamp. It's bjamel.bandcamp.com, but I think that's like linked somehow on J Soul's anyway. So head there.
We'll find you.
Yeah.
We're going to find you.
Yeah. And just as far as like our social media, it's J Soul Music or J Soul Sounds pretty much anywhere, whether it be on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and even now on TikTok.
Oh shit! Over there dancing in the reels.
I went on and bit the bullet and succumbed to the pressure and created a TikTok page. Oh my God,
Lord, dude!
And
don't let me see you doing the shake video, the shake dance.
Oh no, I'm not. No. I'm just putting up. What I normally do over there is I put up things. On each one of my platforms, I try to put things that I don't have on the other one. Mm-hmm. So you'll always get something different wherever you go.
Yeah, I did that.
And, if you decide
to
follow
no dancing on Instagram, dancing on TikTok. Yes? Is that how
I guess we'll see.
Let yourself free. Set yourself free. It's time.
But no, we those are our socials. And you can find V Jamal on Twitter as well. So
no.
What I mean? She's a very fun person. You'll love the content. You know what I mean? I won't give it out, but if you search hard enough, you'll find her.
I am not on Twitter.
I'm not Twitter. What did I say? Twitter? I meant to say Instagram.
Instagram. Yes.
Go on Instagram, so you'll find her.
Awesome.
Follow me, and you'll find her.
Follow Mr. Popular. Follow Mr. Popular, and you'll get everything you need to know. You know what I do want to ask you before we roll out? How does Mrs. Soul feel about this album? I won't ask about the cat, but how does Mrs. Soul does she dig it?
What's wrong with cat?
It's a friendly cat, dude.
You talking about the cat? Oh, you said the cat. I'll just say cat. Oh, it's the cat. Yeah. I know she's. I'm gonna have a very real moment here. Mm-hmm. Okay, she's tired of hearing it. Okay,
no,
every which way at this point.
She has heard this project for the last year and a half in every conceivable way possible. She hears me making it. She hears me making the music. It becomes white noise to her after a while. And shout out to all the spouses and boyfriends and girlfriends of artists and producers.
Oh my goodness.
Because
y'all are real MVPs.
Y'all go through a lot, you know what I mean?
Wow. So, she's like, again?
Yeah.
Again?
And then after I'm done, I'll be like, hey, come in here and check this out. She's like, I heard it for the last 5 hours. You know what I mean? I heard it for 5 hours straight. I think I know how it goes. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? But she's very supportive of the record. She's proud.
Yeah.
And so is the cat. Abby's
beautiful. Beautiful. I like that cat. I like it. I'll give kisses to Mrs. Soul as well. Yeah, I definitely can't wait to see you guys again. So, guys, thank you so much for spending this much time with me and indulging me in the questions and just, the understanding and breaking down of it. But I think that, sometimes there are things that created that you got to sit back and take the time to give it its propers. And this release, I love it. Even if I didn't know you, even if I didn't like you, Mr. Soul, I would still like, it's a big time album. Like, I love it. I boom it in my truck and I feel really good, like rolling up on people with my shades on. And it's like a proper pacing that my neck snap makes me look like super cool, There you go. I'm telling you, it gives me.
They hit you with, what are you listening to?
Exactly.
Banaduce.
What do you know? Banaduce. They don't know what I'm listening to, But congratulations to you guys. I know it's just a week, but I know this thing's gonna keep on booming. I cannot wait to hear more. And for both y'all, I don't have to tell you, Jamal, but for you, Ms. Jamal, anything, the open door here at iLive, that's there for you as well. Whatever you need, we're here to support. Put your music down, put it out there, get it out there. We are here for you.
I appreciate that sincerely. You've been so warm and so gracious. I almost came on camera for you today.
Oh, I almost got it. Baby steps. Next time, even just like flash it on and flash it off. I might scream, but it's live. It's live. It's how it happens. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I want to thank everybody that's actually come through with us for the past last weekend and this weekend to check this out. Only thing you got to go do now is jump onto Bandcamp and support. You know what I'm saying? Stream it, listen to it. I say just buy it. Just go ahead and do that thing, all right?
Just buy it.
Yes,
thank
Lord.
you for having us.
You are very, very welcome, guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna call you when I get out of here. I'm gonna hit you from the park.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, peace.
Take care. Blessings. Wow. Yes, so finally we got to get through the entire joint, the entire album. B, Jamel, and J Soul have released upon us, the Melodesiac. And as we were discussing before, there are so many ways that you can take in music, but I think the most important way to really show your support is to make sure that those that you're trying to support are getting their due, right? So jump onto Bandcamp. This album, The Melodesiac, is to be found on J Soul's Bandcamp page, and you will be able to link with B Jamel there as well, all right? So cop that, get that. Yes, I'm excited. I'm so glad that we got to get it all out. So I'm going to run, we have 23 minutes before I have to release you to the rest of your Sunday evening. So I'm going to run this joint Mush off of The Melodesiac. This one we heard last week. But this is where we're going to get our little started before we roll out of here today, all right? You are locked into iLive Radio, iLiveToronto.com, and this here is Honey Drop, y'all.
You are now listening to Honey Drop on iLive Radio.
Past the record shop with the spirit in the dark. Past the smoke shop. Past the park and no parking today signs. Past the people watching me in my blue velvet. And I don't remember what you wore, but only that I didn't want anything to be wearing you.
Touch me so gentle, this sentimental mushroom. We was detrimental, we were your tiny fundamental world on falsehood. He flashes mine and feels my touch me so gentle. He touch me so gentle.
Honey Drop. listening to Honey Drop on iLive Radio. Honey Drop.
This is us, this is we. I'll explain it as you be. Show my love off on you all day, there's no other way.
Wanna be someone that you can look to? I will be right there. Don't you have a fear? Make it very clear. Wanna be someone, be someone. You're gonna be someone, you'll be someone, yeah. You make me be someone, you be someone, yeah, yeah.
You inspire me every day that I breathe. Without faith, I believe that your way makes me right, not wrong.
I have watched you grow into someone wonderful. I just wanna hold you and don't let go. Wanna be someone, you be someone. You make me be someone, be someone. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Still making hits like Frank, doing it my way. You're getting ready cause it's sunny on a Friday. Riding high, see the track sound tight, G. Just to impress like Sunday, almighty. I've been getting stick lately, cause I'm busy with business, make sure they pay me. Daily, creating with the great C. Have to remind myself that Stevie Ray in me.
Wanna be someone, you be someone. You make me be someone, me be someone.
Livicating to my daughters, Gabrielle and Carmen. Hold up. And that's why I love you back like cook food. Forever, amen.
I thought love you. I was gonna be there. Be there for you.
Honey Drop.
Tell me what you really want, yeah. Take time, get to really know, yeah. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Tell me what you really want, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't wanna waste time, wanna get to know, yeah. Tell me all about, we can work it out. No, no, no. you a different side. I just wanna know, keep me in mind. Was it all worth it? I can be that person when it's not working. Don't worry, I can make one thing certain. Just tell me, no. Tell me what you really want, yeah. Take time, get to really know, yeah. Tell me what you really want, yeah. Oh yeah. I don't wanna waste time, wanna get to know, yeah.
Honey Drop.
November 9th, glad to celebrate another year. Happy birthday. If I missed yours and I wasn't there. A dozen tears through the wall here. Mother scared, daughter cover ears to stop the swears that her brother hears. Cash app and bios, Instagram model scheme. Follow them, but you too tired to follow dreams. Stream blocks, still a lot of scene. Middle school, college teens, screenshots of people shot on stream. Attracted to channels added, we access. Addicts faithful to our cable package. Soccer, karate, basketball, gymnastics, football practice. Keep our kids distracted. We coach them. Life tactics, hats backwards, pants sagging, having police interactions, relapsing. Dad was so alcohol dependent. He claimed the alcohol are dependent on his taxes.
We live life in a world where they wanna hate us. Try to break our will, but they'll never break us. For heaven's sake, they never gave us anything, so we gotta take it. Always took a short time to get it all. Gotta stand now, no forever fall. For heaven's sake, they never gave us anything, so we gotta take it.
I know that waking up is a blessing, but living feels like a burden, especially when observing these undeserved murders. Killed with a single shot or because of a double standard. Is it unpatriotic to demand a couple answers? Our ancestors didn't sacrifice half their life for me to sit here quiet while these crackers attack our rights. You know who that term applies to. Anyone who goes against the equal treatment of my people and their precious lives too. They say the country's in crisis, like look at all these meth heads, but didn't feel the same when crack had us on our deathbeds and left dead. So many school shooters don't know who to blame. Junior high should never feel like a Call of Duty game. The headlines in the news proclaims he's a troubled child, but we looked at it savage. See how them standards double now? It doesn't take a genius. They say we can't get over repression when you can't seem to handle inconvenience.
We live life in a world where they wanna hate us. Try to break our will, but they'll never break us. For heaven's sake, they never gave us anything, so we gotta take it. Always took a short time to get it all. Gotta stand now, no forever fall. For heaven's sake, they never gave us anything, so we gotta take it.
The pressure that come with life, it can push a modest and humble man in two different directions. The rudimentary lesson from dual identity guessing, been rooted in self-aggression. I use what many suppress. Stress usually kept inside can disrupt the connection. The vulture circle my soul, the body kept. It's way too many to question, but I got time today, so we gon' talk about it. Essential work and missing the biggest event in person. Outside the condition worse. The pen is surfing, give it new birth in life. I can't rehearse it twice. If I'm done, it's curtains. Show the ones around me just how the country been cold as ice, like George Strait and George Gervin. Boy, you better mark whatever message I'm giving you urgent. Not a rapper, but a surgeon, like Dr. Strange with his hands back. Now stand up and stand back. It's hard to be the strong black man, yet abandon all emotion. See, they always gonna need me to handle that. Machine can't go down. The flow model gotta keep running. The real gon' understand that everything is always after the fact. Cause hindsight is still 20/20. Nothing funny when death is scoping out the road we chose, so it knows I'ma keep working myself into the ground. My granddaddy told me slow the fuck down, I ain't listen. Light flickers in the distance. This life won't give us an admission. I pray y'all take heed to this game I'm giving. I'm out.
I keep chasing.
What up?
You see me now. We keep playing the same old song. Oh no, keep on fighting. So uninvited, no. Now my heart is so far gone that you don't know. You think you do, you don't know how it feels, babe. You don't know.
You are now listening to Honey Drop on iLive Radio. You are now listening to Honey Drop on iLive Radio.
Time and time again, you turn me on. No matter how I try to fight, yeah. After making love, it's hard to see you go. But you know how much I wanna make you mine. Is there room in your life for something new? I know that you should quietly play it cool. How many days does it take to get to your heart? I'm trying to figure out who you are. How many nights does it take to get to your soul? Love stronger than pride, baby, let it go. Nothing not to say you're coming over. I think you know just what you do. When you hold me close, you rush, fills my aura. You know that I belong to you. Is there room in your life for something new? I know that you should quietly play it cool. How many days does it take to get to your heart? I'm trying to figure out who you are. How many nights does it take to get to your soul? Love stronger than pride, baby, let it go. Tell me what you want, I need everything, and maybe we can hold each other down forever. I know what you need, I want everything, and maybe we can stand the test of time and stay together. How many days does it take to get to your heart? I'm trying to figure out who you are. How many nights does it take to get to your soul? Love stronger than pride, baby, let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. Last forever.
Honey Drop.
All right, y'all. You are locked into iLive Radio, iLiveToronto.com. This little session here from 4 to 6 p.m. each and every Sunday. This is Honey Drop, y'all. And it's all about just sweetest vibes, neo soul, new soul, hip hop, R&B, whatever really is a groove. Don't matter where it is in the world. This is where we're going to take it apart. Then tonight was part 2 of the listening party, the Melodisiac, the new release by B. Jamel and J Soul. And thoroughly thankful to have had them here with me for the evening. Thank you both. Make sure you jump onto Bandcamp and support. The album is on J Soul's Bandcamp page right now, but thoroughly, you have the ability to connect with B. Jamel as well through that portal. Okay, so thank you guys for coming and checking that album out, taking it in. For the ladies, I think if you took it in like I did, there are a lot of messages and things to, kind of make us think about, but also appreciate about ourselves right now in this phase that we are in life, right? Yes. So I just want to thank you guys for rolling with me today. I want to make sure that you come and roll with me again next Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m., same spot, same place, right here on iLive Radio. Stay locked up next after I get done. DJ sessions rolling through with Soul Expressions. And it's iLive, y'all. You just rock with us each and every day, every single day. We are here for you all, changing the way you listen to radio. Hey, just playing. I'm excited, y'all. All right. So my day's not done yet. When I roll out of here, I'm going to meet up with some of my old colleagues from Project Bounce, Tricks, Mensa, DJ Ritz, my old DJ Law, Taboo. I'm excited to see y'all's faces this evening. So meet me out there, y'all. The Project Bounce reunion. If you know, like I know, if you were back there in them days, enjoying the vibe like I did. Most importantly, make sure you come back here with me next Sunday so we can do it up again. All right. You're listening to iLive Radio, y'all. iLiveToronto.com. My name is Lucia D, saying thank you, peace, and blessings, y'all.
Honey Drop. You are now listening to Honey Drop on iLive Radio. You are now listening to Honey Drop on iLive Radio. Honey Drop.
Hello and welcome to the promo for Always Digging. My name is Jeff Skull, aka DJ Scully Funk. Every Sunday afternoon, my partner Gary, aka DJ Gaza Taylor, and I choose a theme and play our favorite songs that fit that theme. Tune in right here every Sunday from noon to 2 on iLive Radio.